Yeah. It's the kid Bubu the Prince. Dago Zoo and all that. Yo. Cold hearted. You know we had a curved summer. Still pushing cash money like we pure stunner. Been outside for a decade plus, had to learn something. At the table with dawns of youngest trying to burn rubber. You know the curve don't love us. Why you think we had to lean us alleyways with my stern brothers? Still underground, indeed we know gutters. Just know that you pussy if you ain't heard of us. Dago Zoo, brand shit turned to a lifestyle. Had him tell them pawn to whisper the pipe down. Ain't hard style, we're doing business. Ain't in my style. Shit goes left, the sniper alert like a night owl. Put in work where they from, still they don't give me five. Put forth state to state, yeah, that's crossing city lines. I never said the city mine, cause that's his pity line. But I read what I show respect, especially you give me mine. What up? Pop, 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 pop. And all that. Break your jaw back.
Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? Icon Hip Hop Podcast. It's your boy Soul, and right now we're in San Diego. What's this spot called? This is your family restaurant?
Yes, sir. El Rey Moro Taco Shop.
That's
located in the Pacific Beach on the west side. 858, all that.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
So shout out to MC Wicks. He's the one that put us on to you. We did some research, and we were trying to find who's the dopest cats that we should come and visit.
Yeah.
And your name was on the top of the list.
Oh, my G.
So first thing, I just want to touch on your background for our viewers up in Canada and whoever else is watching this from around the world. For those that don't know, can you tell us a bit about your journey as an artist and how you got into hip-hop?
As an artist, okay, so this goes back, I was probably like 6 or 7 years old. I'm the youngest of 5, right? My eldest sister, pretty much been in jail all her life. She's out now, doing good now, but pretty much since like the age of 13, 14, right? So when she got busted, she was writing rhymes, right? She went to juvenile hall, got out of juvenile hall. She kept writing rhymes, and she would make me and my I have an older brother. She made me and my older brother rehearse them with her, right? Okay. On some fun shit, like you know. Long story short, she got busted again, and around that same time, I was like 4th grade. Yeah, I think it was like 4th grade, and there was these kids rhyming in elementary school, right? And one of my homies was beatboxing. What I do later on that day when they rhyming, go home, get the motherfucking papers, and I start rehearsing them bitches, right? So by the time I get to school the next day, and they rhyming again, I'm spitting them shits. You know what I'm saying? And they think obviously they think I'm going off the dome and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like some ill shit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some thug shit. So I think that was like my very first experience, and it wasn't until like middle school. You know what I'm saying? I skated homies and shit, and we had a crew, and the same shit. Started freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Freestyling, rhyming all the time. Hey, bitch, you want to battle? Let's battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? On some, ill shit, man. So that was pretty much like the start. Once we got to high school, I invested into equipment. You know what I'm saying? I think I was like one of the only cats that had equipment at his house. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I would wait specifically on Wednesdays here in San Diego. We had half days on Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying? So the homies would come by, set that shit up in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? Because we thought we had like the whole little studio shit going on, you know what I'm saying? And just record. And all the homies, different homies would come by on Wednesdays, like, yo, let's record this, record that. You know what I'm saying? And that was pretty much it, man. After high school, I didn't pretty much touch it again until 2018. Okay. You know what I mean? And that's when like it started for me. Okay. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Damn. That's what's up, bro. Free the sis. Yeah. Glad that she's back home now.
No doubt, man.
So what does the name of this restaurant translate to?
El Rey Moro. Literal translation would be the Young King.
The Young
King.
What I'm saying? So Bubu the Prince. Bubu the Prince, right?
Yeah, Bubu the Prince, yeah.
So where does that name kind of come from?
Bubu the Prince, a couple of different things, man. I've always wanted to keep it humble, never wanted to come in the game cocky. I understood, especially how I came in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all familiar with Ito, but how I came in, like my very first show was with Ito. And Ito's a big homie from Rochester, New York. And when y'all get a chance, real deal. So I understood my position, bro. I was a little homie. You know what I'm saying? Young cat, 22. You know what I mean? Everybody else was older. I wanted to come in. I could be like Bubu the Dawn, Bubu the
the
Master,
King, yeah.
Bubu the King. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I gotta understand my position, man. Right now, I'm Bubu the Prince, man. Bubu can be various of things. In the Mexican culture, there's a chocolate candy called Bubu Lubu. Bubu Lubu, and it's basically like a I don't know if he's like a ghost or like a bear, but like he's like some stocky kid on the candy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
It could be from that. It could be, 50 Cent's old street name was Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? Fighting cats all the time and shit. He was a boxer. I used to box. I'm fighting with my thing, you know what I'm saying? So, various things, man. I just put that together. Oh, Bubu the Prince, man, something different. You know what I'm saying?
Dope, bro.
At the time when I was coming in, everybody was still doing the whole like the first initial and then with the last name, or you know what I'm saying? That shit was like real common, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to come at it with something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
No doubt.
So I showed you a few cypher clips from the Icon Hip Hop
Yeah,
Cypher.
it's crazy.
That's pretty much what we focus on back home in Vancouver, and we're pretty much down here trying to spread the word of Icon and get a little gist of the other bits of cypher cultures that are within these other cities. So there's the 4 elements of hip hop, and I always consider the cypher to be like the outcast, like the 5th element that, it's talked about, but it doesn't get enough recognition. So can you tell the people what is your definition of the cypher and why is it important for people to be at the cypher?
Man, first of all, them clips was crazy, bro. That's crazy. We need that in the city. Any of you watching from the city, man, we need that. Someone bring it back, man. Cypher, like, that's pretty much culture, like, at its finest because it's so organic. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It don't even got to be pre-planned. I bet you if you set up one of these mics anywhere you at, like, you'd be surprised how many people come up and rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So, the cypher, I remember, like, my first cypher, motherfucking elementary school. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. It's different, bro. It's nothing like a performance. It's nothing like what you normally used to. You're over there, you're rhyming, and you're performing in front of a crowd, but it's raw. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, that shit, I just feel like that shit's real important. And like you said, it is like the outcast. You know what I'm saying? It's not really, people don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? They so focused on throwing these shows and shit, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But we need to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? The real shit. That's like street shit almost. Like,
100%.
you know what I mean? That's where it starts. So, yeah, ill shit, man, for real.
So we've been tapping in with a lot of LA culture, a lot of California culture. It's rich in hip hop. San Diego, can you kind of discuss how San Diego has influenced your music?
Well, like I said, being the youngest of 5, my eldest brother and sisters, gang related. So basically, I grew up on gang culture music. You know what I'm saying? Here in the city, you got your gangbang music, gangster music. You got Mitchie Slicks. You know what I'm saying? Don Diego. Tiny Dude. These are cats. These are like street cats. You know what I'm saying? These are straight up like gang banging cats. You know what I mean? Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying? The city's real different, bro. Like, if you from here, that's all it really, like. That's all. That's at least that's what I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? But as far as influence my music, I don't think I could say that.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I mean? If you look anything on my catalog, it sounds nothing like where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have a bit of a New York sound.
Yeah, I would say like 1,000% New York.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
no doubt. No,
My
more
top
than a
10 is
bit.
all East Coast cats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How does that happen?
I don't know. I feel like even rhyming, like elementary and middle school, I was always rhyming like this. Like I always had like, I don't know if I would call it an aggressive style, but when it came to those beats, at that time, middle school, it was like all my homies rap to was like Wu-Tang beats, right?
For sure.
Wu-Tang joints and Necro joints.
Necro.
Yeah. And that was like real. I was jumping at the time because it was grimy. You know what I'm saying? The ill samples, the pianos. You know what I'm saying? That Dance with the Devil joint, right? By Mortec. Like that's all it was. You know what I'm saying? And I just fit right in. I was never ever able to like rhyme on like no lo-fi shit. I didn't. Maybe I could, right? But I just never felt. Yeah, this is my pocket right here. You know what I'm saying? So any cat, like it's crazy. Any cat, even from the city, like I'll be rocking, I'll be performing shows, we'll throw shows, and they'll be like, "Yo, you from here?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yeah, you from here?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I'm born and raised." Like, they're like, "What the fuck?"
My
Like,
parents got a taco
yeah,
shop.
you know what I mean? Cats from anybody on the coast, even when I head to New York, like, "Oh yeah, like you from here?" And I'm like, "No, I'm from Cali." I'm like, "You ain't from fucking Cali," like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like how I got to know hip hop, as far as elements, culture in itself, everything was East Coast, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? My first
yeah.
time hearing a Wu-Tang record was a Cream joint at a skate park.
I remember.
Crazy, crazy. I'm like,
How
what
old
the?
were you when you heard Cream?
I was in the 6th grade, so, yeah, it was. I was like, what the fuck is that? I was asking the dude it was like a skateboard event, and I don't know if y'all familiar with that the shoe Lakai.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They was throwing an event, and it was like a competition, and they played it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I had to go up to the guy who was throwing the, yo, what is this? Like, what is this called? And he's like, Wu-Tang. I'm like, Wu-Tang? What the fuck? You know what I mean? Well, prior to that, we was used to the gangster shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, yeah, I think ever since then, I just searched it up one time. You know, at the time, what was popping was LimeWire.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
hell yeah.
Search that shit, and you just a whole avenue with different shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was a pretty exciting moment for me though, because that's like when shit changed for me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Especially skating and hip hop they mesh crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Is that where you found a lot of like the old joints that you were listening to and stuff like that? Like skate shit? Like where were you finding music? Like
Well, look,
it's definitely more in the forefront down here for sure than it is up in Vancouver. For us, we gotta kinda look like for us like a lot of the shit was like fuck Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like, skate videos or like, CKY shit, prank shit.
okay,
You know what I mean? Shit like that,
no
right?
doubt. That was some crazy shit. Yo, yeah, it's real dominant here in the city, bro. Here in LA, Frisco, like it's real dominant. Specifically, I'm from Claremont. Claremont's like up the hill, right? We still on the 858, we still on the west side. There's a crew that came out of my neighborhood called Skate Mafia. Okay?
Yeah.
Wes Kramer,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
all them cats. They from Claremont. He comes here all the time actually to my work. He's here all the time. You know what I'm saying? He's dropping off boards, he's
No
dropping off
way.
shoes, dropping off weed, all that shit. Shout out my boy Wes Kramer, shout out Skate Mafia, DC, all that. Like, they had a series called Skate Mafia Saturdays, right? And there was a DVD they came out with. And basically it's a bunch of Skate Mafia Saturdays and once. A bunch of footage, right? Random footage. And they just had a bunch of old school RZA joints on it all the time. RZA, Jizza. But it's not like the group ones, though. It's not like Triumph or like Cream. It's like from the individual albums. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what the fuck? Me and my homies will go crazy over it all the time. Yo, play this one again. And like, yo, we seen that. Oh, play this shit again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, we didn't really... That's when like the iPod Nano came out and I couldn't get it. My homies couldn't get it, so we would just watch the DVD all the fucking time.
That's
you know what
so
I'm saying?
dope, bro.
That shit was ill, man. But that was like one of the avenues. You know what I'm saying? From there, like, you meet people from different areas in the city that go to your middle school or go to your high school and shit, and they bring a whole different ball game of things. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like the eighth. I think it was like 8th or 9th grade. A good homie of mine at the time, he had introduced me to Big L. Yo, son, crazy.
Yeah.
I think from there I was just, you know what I'm saying? I got myself an iPod, and I just started downloading. First of all, I downloaded all the Big L shit, right? Big L shit, and then from there just opened a whole avenue of different artists. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because you meet people, right? Majority of my fans or my supporters, they older, right? Because the lane we in, the grimy shit, it reminds them of, it's nostalgic for them. You know what I'm saying? Like the 90s, right? That's what they call it. Like it's real similar to what the golden era was in the 90s. The boom bap shit, right?
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
And so fuck, what was I gonna say? It's real nostalgic for them,
like, yeah.
right? They're older. So you would expect, like, some people, even like majority of the time they don't know my age. They always like, oh, they think I'm their age, like 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. You know what I'm saying? And once I tell them my ages, and they be like, yo, what the fuck? Is like you went backwards, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just, because that's what happened. Once I searched Big L, I started researching Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, and it's like I started going back. You know what I'm saying? And I just dug myself into this hole. You know what I'm talking about? And at the time, I think it was my freshman year, I had jumped on Tumblr, right? Are y'all familiar with that?
Of
Like
course.
the blog site? Yo, crazy. And it just opened my eyes to a whole bunch of artists. You know what I'm saying? At the time, like, I think that's when I discovered the whole Scribble Jam shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle rap league, basically. You know what I'm saying? I think they from like Minnesota.
Okay.
That's how I got to know like Atmosphere, Idea, and Abilities. Motherfucking Sage Francis, motherfucking I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, the albino dude. Brother Ali.
Oh, yeah, word.
You know what I'm saying? Old Immortal Tech. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
All that shit. Poison Pen. Shout out to homie Poison Pen. Like, all, like, ill shit. You know what I'm saying? But that was pretty much it, bro. Like, that was... I remember those specific chapters when it came to hip-hop. Like, it was ill. It was ill. And at the same time, we was doing graffiti and shit. It was just a whole melting pot of ill shit, bro. Ill shit, man. That shit was life-changing
Melting
for me,
pot.
for real. Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. We listen to pretty much every song that you have out on the way here on the drive and shit. One of my favorites is that More Cream joint.
Oh, yeah.
Super fire. What do you got coming up? You got any projects coming out? What you working on right now?
Yeah, I got you know what? I got a few projects in line. I just I've taken a break ever since the last project. I ran into a little situation with my health, man. I was over like 330 pounds, man, and I was like struggling with my breathing, my sleep apnea, high blood pressure, pre-diabetic. You know what I'm saying? And this is my first time ever me talking about it, but like that was like in January, and I got real sick, bro, and I ended up going to the hospital. And they couldn't really diagnose me, but they was like, I had to stay in the hospital, and they was like, yo, we treating you for double pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? And basically, I couldn't get better. I couldn't heal up because you need rest. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't rest at all because the sleep apnea was too extreme. You know what I'm saying? So I pretty much took a break after Cultura dropped, and I just started working on my weight loss. You know what I'm saying? Try to, eat better and all that. Now, we down like 41, 42 pounds now. You know what I'm saying? Huge difference. It might not be a lot to some people, but that's just a lot to me. It makes huge difference. You know what I'm saying? We just reversing everything. You know what I'm saying? Reversing the diabetes, reversing the sleep apnea, reversing the high blood pressure. All that shit's normal now. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I got something lined up pretty damn soon. I don't really got a date for it yet, but it should be like late September, October. A project called All Is Grimy. That's where the heme joint comes from. Yeah. Some ill shit, man. Ill shit. After that, I got a couple of collab projects with producers. Yeah, I got shit in line, bro. I got shit in line. Yeah. I got a joint with, y'all familiar with Lord Sear?
Yeah.
From Legend. I got a joint with him coming up, a collab project with him. I did not know he produced too. That's crazy. Yeah. But ill shit, bro. A lot of ill shit lined up. You know what I'm saying? Singles, all that. I really wanted to take these few months to focus on myself.
100%. I think it's important, man, because like nowadays you see a lot of artists just dropping like every year, dropping massive projects. But you look at the greats, like the names that you had mentioned, and they only have a couple projects that are just timeless pieces, right? It's important for people to go through life to have something to write about. And to actually live life and come back with new shit instead of just in the studio every night, like forcing shit. So it's dope. I seen your Instagram, that fitness page as well that you've been doing and kind of putting out that content. I think that's inspiring, fucking motivating, super dope. Yeah. And hold yourself accountable as well, right?
That's what it was for.
Yeah.
That's for the accountability. Because I feel like, I don't know how many people could relate, but if you're overweight, if you're obese, like mentally it's a fucked up game, you know what I'm saying? And I can't blame anybody else but me, you know what I'm saying? I let myself get this far, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the drinking, binging, and all the eating, you know what I'm saying? The emotional eating, and it's horrible, bro. It's horrible once you get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, you deal with anxiety, stress. You know what I'm saying? And it's normally like that shit's supposed to be caused by trauma, but this shit's caused from the weight. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, for sure.
David Goggins is a legend too.
What was that?
David Goggins?
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's inspiring as fuck,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
He's a legend, man.
Hell yeah, man.
So we talked about some of your influences. Your music is grimy as fuck. I love the title of that next project coming out.
Yeah.
What inspires you to go that route with the hip hop? Like, I know you touched on your influences and the whole New York thing, but like, can you go a little bit deeper on that?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe a surprise to a lot of people, but you know, I've kind of always fit into that style, right? But it was all part of the plan, you know. They say you gotta catch, you know, you gotta capture the people, have them believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Once they believe in you, then you're able to display a different side of you. You know what I'm saying? So, don't get me wrong, I love that shit, bro. I love that aggressive shit, like Gorilla Nems. So y'all know if y'all familiar with Gorilla Nems. He's about to go to, I think he's about to go to Vancouver. He got a Canada tour going on. That's the big homie right there. Cool people, lifer shit. But I have many sides to me, bro. Many sides. You know what I'm saying? Vulnerable sides. I don't know if y'all. I put out a record, a video. I took a trip out to Mexico where my family's from. It's called Forever Humbled, and it was just footage on my VHS camera, just footage, and I was displaying like vulnerability of what I was talking about, you know, about my pops, you know, my uncle had passed away, my kids, you know what I'm saying, and it was just like a little like seed I was planting of, you know, when I eventually start to display something else of what Bubu is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was the plan all along. When I first came in the game, I was like, you know what? I feel like the only way is if I capture the attention. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, you know, when I first came in, I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? We were still involved in street shit, and I didn't have no kids, and I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a family, and you know what I mean? So shit was different, bro. Shit was different. You know what I'm saying? I was still moving around here and there and shit. So, you know, but now things are changing. Like you said, you got to live, bro. You got to live and live and live so you have something to talk about. You know what I mean? Something different. Mm-hmm. So, that's pretty much the plan. It was so all of it was on purpose.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out the time of when I can transition. You can't just do it like 180. You know what I'm saying? Because you have people like real supporters who like, you know, willing to spend bread on you when it comes to this underground shit. You know what I'm saying? So
it's wild. Like the mix, like some people like Eminem or whatever. Like he's got like his whole thing where he's like, you know, super vulnerable and like the most deep cut shit on one side, and then like the next track he hits you with like the goofiest crazy. You know,
but remember how he came in though. Remember how he came in when he was spitting the freestyle, spitting on the. Like,
true.
Throw your baby down the stairs, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, like, it captured everybody's attention. Yo, who's this white boy fucking talking crazy like this? You know what I'm saying? Like the only white boy in the cipher. Like, who is this? You gotta make
people care before you tell them what you care about, right?
Yeah, of course. It's an art in itself, and and hip hop is always gonna be, you know, admired and all that. But you gotta have a plan with this, bro. You gotta have a plan. You know what I'm saying? And at least that's how I feel, right? 100%. Other people just go with the flow and all that, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But I've always came into it like, you know what? I'm gonna grab their attention. I'm nice. I'm dope. I have a good personality. I talk my shit. You know, so later on, I'll be able to actually give out a little more character. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine me from fucking when I started to like my 50s talking about the same shit. Yo, tote guns, move drugs, like. I don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, what would I look like fucking 50? Like, don't get me wrong, like a free, you know, freestyles and shit, like, but I'm saying, like, as who was Bubu? You know what I'm saying? 100%. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get to. So,
yeah, bro, you have quite a big following, man. Like, a lot of streams and, like, a lot of good hardcore, you know, diehard fans that support you, I can tell. How do you manage that, like the business side of things, also with the artistry? Like, how does that work for you? How do you navigate that?
Yo, bro, the underground is tough, man. I feel like, well, probably maybe any industry is tough, right? Like, it gets saturated quick, man. Like you said, people like drop, damn, every 2 weeks, man, they drop in a project. You know what I'm saying? And people biting ideas, people biting covers, people biting, everybody. One person uses the artist, like for example, right? And no disrespect, like when Westside Gun went to that one artist. I forgot which one it was. He's the one that did whatever. My point is that he go to one artist, and next thing you know, everybody's flooding that same artist, and it's saturated. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to business, bro, you just have to know business. Like, you have to know structure. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you have to have the grind. You know what I'm saying? And but I feel like for me, like I got multiple things going on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I lack in a little bit when it comes to the dedication in this music shit. You know what I'm saying? I've had the blessing to be around people, legends. People who are solidified, stamped. You know what I'm saying? Real deal people. You know what I'm saying? Millionaires and in the underground, millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little tough when you're dealing with multiple things. You know what I'm saying? Different businesses and family. You know what I'm saying?
It's a big one.
And a wife. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So we're just trying to juggle all that. But we adjust though, right? You know what I'm saying? We adjust. We'll get there. You know what I'm saying? The best part is that when you're in it for the long run, like, it's cool. It's cool. Like, as long as you learn to adjust.
It's all about the process.
I can't count how many people I've seen came in like, yo, Bubu, what's up? This work. Like, I'm serious about this shit. And like 2 months later, it's like they gone because they didn't see no results. You know what I'm saying? When I came in there, I knew I was gonna be in there for the long run. So, as long as I keep that mentality, you know what I'm saying? As far as the business, like, my pops is a businessman. You know what I'm saying? So I basically learned from him. I learned from other people, that I know that I met in the game. It's just as far as making time to dedicate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll get there though.
100%. Your music to me as well. I just want to get back to your shit. Screams real hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it. I can smell it, taste it, all that shit. So
Appreciate
what defines real hip hop to you?
Damn, you know what? It's crazy how many people like manipulate that definition. You know what I'm saying? To some people, real hip hop is like not even the rap part. It's like graffiti, breaking, DJing, right? And I'm cool with all of it, man. I'm cool with all of it. As long as if I see culture, like, I'm not the guy to be like, yo, vibes. You know what I'm saying? But culture, when you see culture, like, you know what I'm saying? The ciphers, you know what I'm saying? Graffiti, like the DJ shit, like the DJ events, you know what I'm saying? Scratching, like, that's, to me, that's just, it's something else, bro. It's something that's like not. I was gonna say not normal, but like it's different. It's a different level. You know what I'm saying? But that's hip hop to me. And it's not necessarily old school 90s music. You know what I'm saying? There's some hip hop, obviously, right? Griselda and them. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Rock Marcy, like.
Fire.
I remember the first time I seen Rock Marcy. I went to Rock the Bells in 2011.
Wait, Rock Marciano or
Rock
whatever?
Marciano.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, dope.
Rock Marciano. Y'all familiar, right?
Hell yeah.
Godfather of this lane, basically.
Yeah.
Like, he was Griselda before Griselda.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So we went up and it was Rock the Bells, and he performed like at noon, and no one really knew him. The one dude I knew that knew him was my boy who went with me, who I told you that introduced me to the Big L joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy L1. He was going crazy, and Rock Marciano was performing Snow. I don't know if y'all heard that joint Snow, but when you get a chance, it's like classic. And I was like, yo, who the fuck is this dude? He's performing at noon. There's no one in the audience. It's just us. My man's going crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, the dude, Rock Marcy's man throws a shirt, and I catch it, and my man's like, yo, can I have it? Hell yeah, you can have it. I don't know this dude. You know what I'm saying? Turns out he's a godfather of this lane.
Crazy,
you know what I'm saying?
bro.
But
Crazy.
when I remember shit like that, like I remember that day too, seeing Immortal Tech perform. When I seen Planet Asia perform, Killer Priest, You know what I'm saying? Raekwon, like shit like that, like style. You know what I'm saying? Grimy. It's something different, bro. It's something different for sure.
Yeah, Rock Marciano's dope, man.
Yeah,
Like, that's the thing with Griselda. Like, you hear Raekwon and like all these greats being like, "Yo, big ups to Griselda." It's
Yeah.
like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? They came through with this like newish sound, and it's just fucking grimy, man. I fuck with that shit for real.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong though. Look, the grimy shit, that's what we are, right? That's what we are, culture. But there's, like I said, there's another side of Bubu, bro. It's still hip hop. I'm not talking about no Drake shit, none of that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like Atmosphere. Atmosphere's top 7 to me. And I never tell nobody that because they fucking freak out. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time Al Divino was down here in the city. And he's like, yo, give me your top 5 albums, right? And I was like, told him, the regular shit, fucking Only Built for Cuban Links, motherfucking Mob D, whatever. And I hit him with the Atmosphere album called The Family Sign.
Okay.
And then he was like, Atmosphere? And I'm like, yeah, Atmosphere, man. He's like, I did not expect that shit. He just started laughing like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, like, it's a whole different size. Like, he, like, displays a lot of vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? It's real different. But, like I said, grimy shit is what we are. But as far as what we listen, what I listen to, you know what I'm saying? I like it all. But it's hip hop though.
It's all
hip hop.
hip hop.
It's all hip hop.
It's all hip hop. So I'm a big believer on small venues and small shows with tight crowds and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
I think those are the most important shows. Obviously the goal would be to sell out stadiums and arenas and have that level of influence on the cultures. But can you touch on just doing shows out here and what it's like to do shows out here and the importance of connecting with the fans?
Yeah, so me and my team, the Dago Zoo team, we actually, that's like our style. That's what we believe in, being intimate with the people. Pause. Super pause on that. That sounded crazy. having an intimate crowd, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially the style we got. You know what I'm saying? We want to connect with the people, connect with the fans. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to treat it like, oh, yeah, we up here and y'all down there. Nah, man, because everybody contributes in some way. You got art people, you know what I'm saying? You got people who break. You got people who DJ, like, and they come in to support. You know what I'm saying? Or you got people who just, they support hip-hop 1,000%. They buy your records. They just, like, they're there. They contribute in every way possible to keep the culture alive. You know what I'm saying? Especially this lane. So me and the team, when we first like got together, we was like, you know what, like everybody's so focused on like getting a big venue that they can't fill up. They just try to make it look good with like all the, the videos and the photos. Oh yeah, we did it at this venue. This is the venue where so and so performed at, and blah blah blah. And we was like, you know what, fuck that. Let's attack record stores. You know what I'm saying? Let's attack, like you said, tattoo shops. Let's do little small bars, intimate bars. You know what I'm saying? And we was like, yo, let's do it like that because we all got to start from somewhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we had did a little weekend tour run, and back in September. No, November. This past November. We got together and we was like, yo, let's choose 3 cities that are close. My man Grizz, shout out to Grizz, he basically like runs everything behind the scenes when it comes to my shows. He's real deal. Like he's from Cleveland, but he stayed in Brooklyn. He stayed in St. Louis, Missouri. Stayed in Florida. He's been everywhere. San Francisco, motherfucking Colorado. You know what I'm saying? He's been everywhere. Yeah. Photographer. Any of my film photos that you see, it's him. You know what I'm saying? And he hardly likes to show his face, but ill cat, super ill, super dope, real respected. He's from Cleveland. He was like, yo, we got to hit my city. And I was like, okay, what's surrounding there? And he was like, yo, we could do Chicago, Detroit, and then end it off my city, right? And I was like, how far are they from each other? They're like 2 hours. It's like from Chicago to Detroit, it's like 2.5 hours. From Detroit to Cleveland, it's like 4 or 5 hours. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's like driving from here to fucking past LA to Bakersfield or some shit. Like from here to Fresno. Like I was doing that shit all the time when I was doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. And so that was our main attack right there. Yo, let's make sure to get a small, intimate spot so we able to connect with the people out there. You know what I'm saying? So Chicago, we got a small bar. This shit was small, dude. Like, it was small and it was like packed as hell. It was
you
packed.
only need 60 at that point to make it packed. You know
Bro,
what I mean?
it was crazy because like it showed me a whole different perspective. Like, yo, like people outside the city, like they really fuck with the style, the lane. You know what I'm saying? That's why I asked earlier about the lane and shit. Cause like there's hip hop, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on right now in general, the Griseldas, but then like in that portal, like I told you, the Aldavinos, the ST Nags, the Ethos, the Flea Lords, the 38 Specials. It's like it's a whole, 38 Specials. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes deeper. You know what I'm saying? The Pro Dillingers, the whole umbrella. Like, you ever heard of the Umbrella Collective?
No.
Motherfucking Mickey Diamond, Snotty.
Okay, I heard of Mickey Diamond.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's a portal, bro. I'm telling you, man. And so yeah, we hit that spot. Does great. The homie Vic Spencer from out there, he showed a lot of support and love, made it happen. We hit Detroit. The Detroit show didn't happen, but it was the same. It was like a small bar. It was like a little 2-story. Detroit's crazy, by the way. It looks crazy. It's just like the movies. Like, it's like in like abandoned buildings and shit. Like,
Warzone type shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It was hell, but we didn't get to do the show there because the lights went out. So we ended up connecting at the homie Foulmouth studio. Foulmouth, shout out to Foulmouth. He actually just had he produced a joint on the new Eminem album and shit. He's real close to like the D12 guys and all them. You know, Ty Ferris was there. The homie A-. I'm saying their names to shout them out and shit because they showed a lot of hospitality and shit. You know what I mean? Bro. We could have just went home to the hotel that night and, you know what I mean? And nothing would have happened, but they invited us to the studio like, yo, let's record a joint. You know what I'm saying? The homie True Classic too. So after that, we hit Cleveland, and Cleveland was the same shit. Like, it's like a bar, and you go downstairs, like a basement type shit, and it's like a small ass stage, a small like it was perfect. We had Ito come out. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically like been the formula as far as when it comes to shows. You know what I'm saying? When it comes, like, we had recently did a drop for the Dago Zoo merch and gave out a project and all that, and we specifically chose a record store. My point being is small spots. You know, that needs to be...
It's the way to go.
Yeah, it's the way to go, man, for real. Not only that, but it's like you're supporting small businesses too, man.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You're not over there falling for the okie doke with these big venues. Got to pay this, got to pay that. Not only that, but it's like, what about these dudes who truly support? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I agree 1,000%, bro, for sure.
Hell yeah, dude, that's crazy. Like, so how long have you said you mentioned that you knew this was gonna be a long time journey for you? Mm-hmm. Is there any like crazy stories or highlights of your career that you got so far that you want to tell, or just moments that stick with you?
Yeah, some I can't say. Mainly violence, right? Mainly cats who like don't know how to control their liquor, or just cats who try to act tough. You know what I mean? But I remember like we had did this show in LA, me, Ito, and Mayhem Loren.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so blessed and honored to be on that show. It went through Ito, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm part of his label, New Crack Era. And I don't know how he made it happen, but it was just us three performing, you know what I'm saying? And I remember we was chilling outside the venue in LA, and then Mayhem calls Ito, like, yo, I'm outside. Well, yeah, we outside right here at the corner. Bet. Boom, he gets off. And then Ito's a small dude, bro. Ito's like 5'3", 5'2". He's small, bro. If you see him in real life, he's small, but he holds a lot of power, bro. Where he from? So May gets off, shake Ito's hand. He's like, yo, it's my young boy, Bubu The Prince, man. And then he was like, yeah, I heard your shit. I fuck with your shit. You know what I'm saying? For me, huge May fan, huge Action Bronson fan. Just when he first came out in his mixtape days. Yo, that shit was crazy. Like, I had to go to the restroom after that type shit. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, it's crazy. Like, nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy, bro. Super crazy to me. But that was like one I was like, yo, this is real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you got legends peeping your shit. You know what I'm saying? Without having to go up to them and be like, yo, listen to my shit.
Yeah.
No,
No, exactly.
It's real deal. Another one. I think it was that same night, bro. It was that same night I rocked. We ended up going into the homie Hush Kingpin's. He got like a penthouse in downtown LA. And Planet Asia was there. Planet Asia, super legend, bro. Super legend. Cali Agents. He was actually on the Rock the Bell stage here that I told you I went to. He was like part of it. Was like the freestyle stage and shit, and he was like spitting off the top for like the longest. He had came up to me that night and at the penthouse. He's like, "Yo, ill shit, bro." He's like, "Ill shit." And to me, and that's so simple, right? But for me, I'm a young boy, man. This is probably like my third or fourth show ever.
Wow.
Performing, you know what I'm saying? And to where I was at, you know what I'm saying, I felt super unworthy, but like getting the validation from legends without even having to be like, yo, you know what I mean?
Check me out, yeah.
Crazy. To me, that stands out a lot. You know what I mean? For sure.
Fuck, bro. That shit's crazy,
Yeah, man. Super crazy.
Damn, bro. I mean, I don't really feel like wrapping it up yet. Is there anything else that you want to get out to the fans, get out to the people, anything you want to touch on?
Yeah, for sure, man. I would say I would be cliche and be like, yo, stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the end of Bubu. And it's crazy because for me, since I've been focusing on this health journey and all that, like, it seems like I've been away for a long time. But we literally had this event like May.
Was it a back alley or like outdoors?
It was a record store.
Okay.
Feel It Records. Shout out Feel It Records. In downtown. And so it wasn't long ago at all. You know what I'm saying? And that same month we opened up for Stove God. Stove God came to the city, and so but for me it just seems like a long time because I'm used to either if I'm not putting out tracks or, you know, records, I'm doing freestyles or I'm just doing content in general, you know what I'm saying, promoting shit. But this ain't the end of Bubu, man. We gonna start turning it up a notch. We just had to adjust, you know. So watch out for all this grimy. And if you haven't checked it out, check out the few singles that are out. You know what I'm saying? Just go to my Instagram, the pin post, the one with the homie Heem from BSF. I got a record from with I got a few records. I don't know if I could talk about them.
How did that Heem collab come together?
You know what? It's crazy through my homie Grizz. My homie Grizz is cool with the BSF camp.
Okay, yeah, he's been all around the States.
Yeah. And he shot with them at All-Star Weekend in Cleveland.
Okay.
And that's pretty much how he knows them. In different areas, he's like popped up where they had events and shit, and he was there. You know what I'm saying? So it pretty much went through him. You know what I mean? But once like I showed him the record, like he was like, yo, shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not the average. You know what I mean? Especially I sent it to him with the hook on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And me, like, I'm a hook dude. Like, I love the hooks. I don't, like, I'm kind of, like, it's becoming oversaturated. People just spitting 16s and just, that's it.
No hook.
No hook. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I feel like we should bring back that 50 Cent mixtape era shit.
Get people jumping.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's ill shit. But, way more records coming out, man. Way more records, more videos, man. Just we gonna turn it up a notch in a little bit. We just had to adjust, you know what I'm saying? When you in it for the long run, bro, you comfy, bro. You comfy, you know. You're still anxious, of course, because you want to make shit happen, you know what I'm saying? People, you make plans and you want to make it happen. You got to execute, you know, but like I said, man, this shit's forever for us. So I'm not gonna say there is no rush. But it's cool. You can't rush greatness. Everything takes its time.
Yeah, it's all divine
There's chapters.
timing.
Yeah, no doubt.
100%, bro.
No doubt, man.
I got one last kind of question for
Yes,
you. What's
sir.
the meaning of life?
The meaning of life, man. I don't think I'm there yet, bro, to answer. You know what I'm saying? Still in my 20s. I'm learning a lot. a lot of adjustments, a lot of unlearning and relearning shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of weeding out. You know what I'm saying? You got to cut out people. You got to cut out your own people sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to realize some shit wasn't meant to be the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trauma, your mentality. I feel like life is being open-minded to all that 100%. When it comes. You know what I'm saying? Not running away from it, facing it, confronting it, and be like, okay, what is it that I could do with this? You know what I'm saying? I am a believer in God. So I believe, though all those things are happening, it's all part of God's plan for your life.
100%.
That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Ever since being little, you know what I'm saying? Being little, like you think of certain, it's cliche shit to say, right? Like, ever since being little, you know what I'm saying? You realize, shit went a certain way for this specific purpose.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as what's the definition of life, I don't think I'm worthy enough to answer that yet. You know
I think it's important, especially for us, like, I'm in my 20s as well, and like being a male in this world and like growing up. I mean, I didn't grow up in the streets by no means, but just still growing up with like single parents and like bouncing around from home to home and school to school and shit like that, and like maturing and like therapy and all that kind of shit. Like now in the past, I think like ever since COVID and stuff like that, it's become more normalized for guys to kind of really tap in with the emotions, not be so triggered all the time. And it's important to like get past that, because you see these 30-40-year-old men that are still in these ruts and still going through this shit, and especially like yourself with a wife and kids and all that. Like that's even more important, because you want to set that example. How has that been, juggling like family with the music and the personal life and your pop's restaurant, all that shit? Like that's a lot of shit on one plate.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We in the middle of opening a business too, so it's damn, bro, that shit's a lot. It's a lot, dude. It's I think when it first happened, like when I had my first kid, it was still smooth. It was still smooth because wifey was able to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? I would even sometimes take her with me. You know what I mean? I got 3 now. I got 3 babies. You know what I'm saying? So shit just pretty much hit me head on like a bulldozer. You know what I'm saying? And we at the times now where I'm learning to adjust. Okay, how is it that where I'm able to do it all? You know what I'm saying? I get full support. I'm glad on that. I'm grateful for that. I'm not gonna lie though, it's not easy, dude. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure shit out like before making it happen. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the kids are straight. Make sure the mortgage paid. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? All that. I feel like we still learning, bro. Like I don't got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We learning, but I feel like that's the best part. Like this is where I need to be. I need to be always learning, confronting, struggling. That's where I want to be, right there. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, like you said, I ain't trying to be. I'm not, bro. I'm not trying to be 40, 45, 50, still trying to act like I'm a thug when I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy how many people out there
Bro,
are like,
I know, man. It's unbelievable, man.
they're like, yeah, I fuck with your shit. They be like older cats. They're like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, son, like, come on, bro. Come on, dude. Like, they got
Crazy,
grandkids
bro.
acting like that. You know what I'm saying? And
It's unfortunate.
and everything. Like, it's crazy. Like the other day, 2 weeks ago, I ran a fade out here, like, and I was like, the only thing I could think about was my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because dude had a knife on him, and I put the hands on him, and I was like, yo, you dumbass for doing that, bro, because in a spur of a moment, anything could have happened. You know what I'm saying? He could have, in anger, when you're in anger, like, you do not think about nothing. For me and for the dude. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I was almost ashamed of myself, really, because I was like, yo, like, what kind of example am I setting? My kids ain't here, you know what I'm saying? But what kind of example am I setting? Because that's literally where shit happens all the time. That's how people die all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how my uncle passed. You know what I'm saying? A spur of the moment type shit. Like, yo, he was trying to humiliate you almost in a way. Like, yo, like, talk down. Like, people think people think because I'm behind taking orders that they could, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole food industry shit, like, oh yeah, the customer's always right. Like, you know, which is true for the most part, but like they think they could disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like right here and I'm like juggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm not gonna tolerate no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, yo, son, like you gotta be an example at all times, bro. At all times, because what you give out, like, it's gonna come back to you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm not trying to be old, bro, and still with the mind of a 15-year-old. You know what I'm saying? That shit's weak as hell. Yo, if you that age and you still acting like that, grow the fuck up, man. Go to therapy for real, bro. Go to therapy. Go to a church, man. Go meet somebody, bro. Like, go to a fucking coffee shop. Like, you know what I mean?
Fuck whatever you gotta do, man. Get out of the
stop
fucking
hanging
mindset.
at the fucking bars every damn day.
Oh my
and,
God.
you know what I'm saying? Like, go, like for real, man. Like, there's more. There's more to it, man. You know, like I said, you know, I can't explain what life is, but that little pocket where you're learning and unlearning, and
that's it. That's the meaning of life.
That's where you want to be, bro.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be at all times.
That's beautiful, man. Well, I'll leave it at that. Everybody go check out Bubu the Prince, legendary legend. Salute. Thank you for tuning in with us, bro.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Yo, one time salute to my city, man. Everybody who supports me, everybody who hate on me, man. Love y'all for real, man. My team, the Dago Zoo. You know what I'm saying? All the homies out of state, on the East Coast, down south. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Vancouver and this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Iconic. You know what I mean? All that good shit. Word.
Peace.
Hell yeah, bro.